said it was an army of a cash. He's a surly soaker.
Sid! Heard you were in Canberra fetching.
Miss Shirley, how can we learn to be clever like that?
Do you think Mid's ship will ever sail?
This looks like it's from Sid's old diary. But you'll already have read it. I'd better keep looking.
I know this is your hideaway, but, you...
What do we have here? Oh. Sid's pipes. Something tells me Mid won't be needing these.
That leather loosener was only the first of the discoveries the Alembics gonna help us make. Just you wait, Sid. Just you wait!
I know this is your hideaway, but, you really shouldn't be in here. If Mid caught you rifling through her research, she'd have your head. Then mine for letting you.
I remember seeing this doll in Sid's cellar. I wonder if it was Mid's. Huh. What's this tucked inside it? Sid's best invention. Huh. That sounds promising. So Sid hid something in Mid's first opus. What would that be? Perhaps Otto might know.
We've had no word from Canva for days. Please tell me Mid is all right.
If Amber and the Lazarus are gone.
Well, possibly. You wouldn't happen to know what Mid's first opus was?
Opus? That girl's as tone deaf as a banshee. Unless you mean the orchestrion. She couldn't have been more than, what, 11, 12 when she cobbled that thing together? It surprised us all. Not least her dad. You should have seen how proud he was of the little scamp. What's that battered old box have to do with anything?
I think Sid may have hidden something inside it.
Wouldn't surprise me. Those two and their bloody treasure hunts. Half the things in the hideaway were hidden one time or another.
How are we supposed to do our duty when the hills are cruel?
Cole said it was an army of a cash.
I didn't break it. Well, I didn't break it.
What didn't you break?
Nothing. We didn't break nothing. We definitely didn't break the orchestrion.
What's wrong with it?
It's broken, except when it isn't.
And you had nothing to do with this?
No, nothing. We just wanted to listen to all the songs at once. So we pressed all the buttons. Like this. See?
All too well. All right, out of the way. Something caught on one of the gears.
Did you break it? Can you fix it?
No, I mean, yeah, yes. There. How about now?
You fixed it! Sid fixed it! He more than fixed it! Yeah! New music!
Huh. Never heard this one before.
They started playing when I removed this. Whatever it is.
Well, don't look at me. I can tell you it's important, though. Sid showed it to me once and said as much. Said it was the stuff dreams were made of. Let's just hope it's the stuff ships are made of as well.
Indeed. Let's see if we can make some dreams come true.
Just the two I was looking for.
Aye. Who's a patient?
Actually, yes. The Crown Prince just left.
Dion left.
Unless you've another word for stood up and walked off. Yes, left. He did have the decency to leave a message with Obelisk before commandeering one of his dinghies. Should we go after him?
No, we're not the Prince's keepers. He's free to do as he sees fit.
I'd rather he did so in bed. His wounds are nowhere near healed, much like yours, I suspect. Otto told me what happened in Canver. What is it with this realm's princes and their aversion to rest?
Ask me when I get back, though I may be sometime.
Then at least try to stay safe.
And if that fails, try to stay alive, eh?
Every moment I waste here, the further the flagship sails. I have to get back.
All right, Clive. Blackthorn told me you helped him out again. Tough of that. Speaking of which, I'm actually
Worried about him. And
afraid so. It's a bit of a funny one, this, but I saved this posh knob while I was out on a mission, and he gave me this flashy ring to say thank you. So, obviously, I show it to Blackthorn, thinking he'll be impressed, only for him to go white as a sheet and quiet as a curl instead. Try as I might, I can't... And seeing as how Blackthorn opens up when you're around...
I'd speak to him again. Well, I suppose there's no point leaving him to stew.
Cheers, Clive.
I'll be sure to pay him a visit as soon as I have a moment.
All right, I'll meet you by the forge then. You come along when you're ready.
Glory to Griga. There you are.
What's happened?
Taya's busy working herself into an early grave. Since the arrival of her latest patient, she's refused to stop, even for a moment. I've tried offering to see to him in her stead, but Clive, she hasn't left the infirmary in day. Will you talk to her?
I know better than to order Ty.
Thank you.
Well, Taya, Rodriguez worried about you. And if what he says is true, then so am I. We all admire your dedication, but...
I will, when it's time. Until then, I'm staying put. We owe him that much.
Who is he?
Someone from my past. Someone who doesn't deserve to die alone. It won't be much longer. The crystal's curse has almost finished its work. If I had the tears, I could ease his passing. But without them, we've nothing that will touch the...
How would tears help this man?
Not my tears. Tears of mercy. Alicia. It's the only thing strong enough.
You wouldn't, Taya. There must be something we can...
Sometimes an easy death is the greatest kindness. You do well to remember that.
We have all the ingredients we need for Alicia Balwam. It needs to be fresh, though. I can make the draft if you can bring me...
Just tell me what you need.
There is a species of venom-weeping spider that lives in the forests of Norvent. Bring me one of their eyes. Preserve it as best you can, but avoid contact with the tears. I'll make sure the other ingredients are ready before...
Thank you, Clive. I won't forget this.
Rodriguez could have mentioned his spiders would be the size of curls. Hopefully one will be enough. Rodriguez will have prepared the other ingredients by now. When did you get so big?
Cole said it was an army of Akashi.
Thank goodness, Yup.
Is this what you need?
Yes, it is. I'm loath to get a single. It may be. I wish there was enough.
How are you feeling?
Light. Mid here.
Good. Just relax.
Thank you, Daya. I'm...
He's gone. Thank you, Rodrigue. And you, Clive.
I'll see that he's properly laid to.
The man you helped today was my mentor back in the Southern Isles. On the front lines of some meaningless war. I was still a child, but in such...
He's a surly soaker.
Sid, do you recall the flowers I had you?
Vaguely. Is some...
I'm afraid so. I was able to get most of the Morganbeards. I fear the soil here does not agree with them. However, I believe
I can't wait to hear.
I'm going to marry the Morganbeards. Morble's up at...
And all you need is a single vine from an ordinary Morble.
That is correct. A single vine. As for the Morble, I fear ordinary may not suffice. But, as luck would have it, a most extraordinary specimen is rumored to haunt the swamps of Rosaria. Why, a notice concerning this very creature was only recently posted on the hunt board.
How timely.
Well,
Bloody hell, Clive. Not this again. Oh, Ain't you got better things to do with your time?
That remains to be seen. August tells me he showed you a ring, and that the sight of it clearly upset you.
Come on, mate. Bottling it up ain't gonna help no one. If it weren't the ring, and it was something I said...
It was the ring, right? It brought back some unhappy memories, that's all. Memories.
Memories of what?
There are things we'd all rather leave behind.
And sometimes it doesn't. Is that so hard to understand?
Don't be like that.
Fine. If it'll get you off my back. That ring you flashed was the work we apprenticed together.
You've never mentioned him before.
Why would I? Ain't seen it. The ring brought it all back. Like it past us improved, though. Wouldn't it?
So it was a nice ring. Worth a few gil, maybe. What's it, mad?
It matters, because engraving metal's a nightmare, and I've got no bloody idea how he managed it. The fact is, I couldn't make anything even half that detail.
So what? You're an armorer.
I'm the Hideaway's master craftsman. I'm not stealing a living at some backwater village fort. My armor keeps you lot safe, and my swords keep you dangerous. As far as I'm concerned, every swing of my hammer's another blow struck in the name of our cause. So I put my heart and soul in it because the curse breakers deserve better than second best, and I refuse to be shown up by the likes of...
Very well. Why don't we go and pay him a visit?
I doubt he'd be too happy to see me.
Then just this once. Make peace with being second best. Swallow your pride. And focus all your energies on keeping the curse breakers armed, and provided you can do that, you'll hear no complaints from me. But if you can't, and it's going...
What'd you say, Blackthorn? And it's not like you'll be going alone.
All right.
Magic. So, where do you reckon old what's-his-name is then?
In Dravozd, my old village.
Dravozd, eh? That rings up just north of the fields of... Got that, Clive? Meet us at Dravozd as soon as you can, yeah? And I'll make sure Blackthorn don't get...
Good luck with that.
Welcome, welcome. Take care.
The free cities under siege. Who'd have thought it?
Master Cyril, lucky.
Faster!
I'll make it quick.
Kicked out already?
No. This charmer ain't letting anyone through.
Why are the gates closed?
Chief's orders.
Ain't changed a bit, have you? Long time no see. Right. Yeah.
So this is Dravos. Not much going on, is there?
It's a smithing town. When I was a lad, you'd have to shout to be heard over the sound of hammer on anvil. Clive, you're good with people.
Hey, you ain't backing out now, are you?
There's a river up. But if you'll...
But if we can't fire the forges, how are we going to earn our keep?
Mama?
Hotter! Hotter, damn it! Those miserable flames wouldn't...
Pardon the intrusion. I'm looking for the chief.
That'd be me.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
I'll bet it is. Keep the gates closed, I tell him. Well, you're not welcome here.
Blackthorn's here.
What did you say?
He's traveled a long way to see you. He's waiting.
Then I suggest...
Didn't you apprentice?
So what if we did?
Fuck! We're getting nowhere. These bearers flank.
We're never going...
I'm a busy man, as you can see. Oh, and if you're struggling to find your way out, that prick knows exactly... He's not wanted here.
All right.
Please, Chief, you've got to do something.
Let me guess. Zolt.
As a personal favor to him.
Well, at least he...
There'll be no talking him round.
Which is what exactly? If we're to help, what turned the village against you?
I left. Dravos. Zoltan. The burden. There are two my kind. And people like Zoltan, the kind of smiths who shit out. It wasn't us, and bit by bit. People stuff. You would have torn Dravos in half.
You didn't have to do that.
Zoltan's a better chief than I would have. His way of doing things kept until the crystals run out anyway.
It depends on how you look at it. There's got to be other ways of making fight.
Thanks to Sid's ingenuity, he saw all of this coming. Knew crystals were the problem, not the solution. And spent years coming up with ways of...
You know what I mean, though, right? What I'm trying to say is that it's not your fault.
It doesn't matter whose fault it is. I don't want to be the greatest smith alive just because I happen to be the last. Clive. Dravos won't last long without its furnaces, so... Do you think it's time we shared Sid's bellows with the world? The way I see it. It's you.
Hold on, Blackthorn. Sid made those things for us. They give us an edge over the rest, and you'd be throwing it away.
All right. Do it. This place was your home. Sid's creations were never meant to be hoarded. It was only let this. Dravos will show the world that it's... Wouldn't you agree, or...
When you put it, of course. It's like hearing Sid speak.
Thank you, Clive.
Shall I go and fetch the plans?
I know I'm off by heart. I'll be needing some help, though. Building a furnace isn't exactly a one-man job. Do us a favour and round up anyone strong enough to lug a brick or two.
All right, then.
And I've got a job for you too, Clive. Finding me some salamander skin. I need leather for the bellows and nothing else will withstand the heat. Luckily for us, salamanders feed out in the fields of...
Time for a spot of hunting, then. Let's make this quick, shall we? I dare say that will be enough for a decent set of bellows.
What's this all about then?
Don't know.
Any trouble finding the skin?
Nothing I couldn't handle.
There should be plenty. Right then. Time to put these louds to work. If everyone pulls their weight, we'll be finished in no time.
Well, I'll be damned. I honestly didn't think it'd work. But it's hot enough, all right. And without a single crystal in sight.
You know what this means, don't you?
I do, yeah. Dravost is saved.
Sorry about earlier. I take back everything I said. That thing you built us is an honest-to-God's mop. You've saved our village.
It's Blackthorn you should be thanking. He oversaw the construction.
Give this to him, would you?
What is it?
Pit Cole's cinders. After he left, I spent years trying to eke the most out of our forges. That there was my answer. Chuck it in the fire, and your forge will burn hotter for longer, which will do wonders for your steel. Our secret for yours. Only fair. I've always envied. Since the day I became chief, I spent every spare moment trying to match it. No amount of sleepless nights at the anvil will ever bridge that gap, though. He's a genius, but he took all his talent and left. Gifted and free. Is it any wonder I hate his...
The cinders would mean more coming from you.
I need to forgive him first. And that's not gonna happen.
Well, you know what they say. Oriflamme weren't built in a day, and these things take time. Especially when they involve two geezers who hold grudges. But what matters is, Blackthorn's got that twinkle back in his eye. And I'd call that... I reckon he's gonna be at it a while yet, though, so why don't you head off without us? I'll see that the old git gets home safe.
See that you both do. I'll save the cinders till then.
All right. It'll be a nice little surprise for him.
Gentlemen, I see you both met.
Yeah, well, we didn't want to outstay our welcome. The whole village turned out for a go on the bellows after you. Everyone except Zoltan, that is. Didn't see eye.
Oh, but that reminds me. I have something for you.
Pit Gold Cinder? How'd you come by this? And you're sure he wanted me to have it?
I'm sure. He didn't say so, but I think he wants to forgive you.
Huh. Imagine that. Yeah. You know I could never leave this place, don't you? Every time you put on mail, you and the curse breakers are trusting me with your lives. There's no greater honor for a smith than that. I'm not about to go crawling back to Zoltan for forgiveness, but I will make good use of his cinder. And if that helps save even a single life, then he'll have my gratitude. What was it you said he called me? Huh? A genius? And he spent sleepless night trying to copy me, did he? Sounds like I better get to work. I've got a reputation to uphold.
It's good to see you back on form, Blackthorn.
I don't know how you pair put up with me sometimes, but I'm grateful all the same. Now, where was I? Oh yeah, about to put Zoltan back in his place.
Ain't got the art to tell him how similar they are. Stubborn bastards.
A little healthy competition should be good for him.
You're not wrong. It's a shame him and Zoltan couldn't let bygones be bygones. No use grumbling about it now, though. Blackthorn's happy. Or as near to happy as he gets. And that's good enough for me.
What do you want? And?
If it's knowledge you seek.
Cole said it was an army of a cash.
Guess you're ready.
definitely anything but ordinary. Now, let's get this vine back to the yard.
He's a surly soaker.
Sid, I can't help but notice that your satchel is twitching in a most violent manner.
Here. It's your problem now.
What an amazing specimen. The flesh positively throbs with vitality. If I can successfully graft... When I successfully graft this to the Morganbeards, I suspect the results will be immediate. I shall begin at once. It is just as I hoped. Witness how the Morganbeards have taken to the blighted soil. How they bloom with heretofore unseen... Why, I dare say such a vine graft would yield similar results when applied to other specimens as well.
I'm glad I could be of assistance.
You've not only helped us, Sid, you've saved us. Do you recall the extract with which I provided you before? I took a moment to distill some more, but this time with the petals from the invigorated Morganbeards. And would you believe? Its potency has nearly doubled. You must accept this vial as thanks for your assistance. The rest, I shall give to Taya.